It was a very difficult time. This is the first non-transitional government that Somalia has since 1990.
To understand the current turmoil in Somalia, you need to retrace the country's history to 1991, when Somalia's longest-serving President Mohamed Siad Barre was toppled by clan-based militias under the United Somali Congress. After Siad Barre's ouster, the absence of a central government saw the rise of warlords spread across the country and militias paying homage to clan leaders who are very influential people in the country. Efforts to constitute a transitional national government finally yielded fruit at a meeting of stakeholders in Djibouti in 2004. But this new government also met resistance from the Islamic Courts Union, a coalition of radical businessmen. This militant group later morphed into the Al-Shabaab in 2006. And after 12 years of a wobbly transitional government, Hassan Sheikh Muhamoud was elected president in September 2012 to serve a 4-year term.
The serious challenge emanates or comes from, this was not a transitional government, but all the tasks that we were doing was transitional tasks. Although Somalia has been in transition over 12 years, most of the transitional tasks were not done or were not completed properly.
In a population of 10 million Somalis, only 135 clan leaders had voting rights in 2012. As such, President Muhammoud's 4-year tenure had suffered a legitimacy test with concerns of disenfranchisement due to a limited number of voters.
Last time, instead of 135 elders nominating the MPs, this time we have more than 14,000 people of Somalis electing their representatives in different locations. That gets us closer to the destination. Next term, in 2012, Somalia will reach one person, one vote at the district and village level.
There are concerns that the small voting pool of citizens can be easily manipulated through corruption and also influenced by the well-oiled candidates.
Somalia, we have never claimed that we are perfect, but what we're claiming is that we're making progress from where we were. Last time we were talking a parliament established or nominated by 135 people. Now we're talking a parliament elected by close to 15,000 people. So which one is much easier to corrupt, 135 people or 15,000 people, 14,000 people? So we are just moving away from the manipulation.
One of the main challenges affecting governance in many African countries is the inability to effectively handle post-election crisis. Besides, very rarely does the incumbent lose, and if they lose, there's always uncertainty with fears that chaos may erupt. President Muhamoud wants a better legacy if he loses.
If someone else takes over through the elections,
The Al-Shabaab have since been pushed out of Mogadishu and key Somali towns, but the insurgents have now taken to guerrilla-style warfare. President Muhammoud's critics say he has failed to decisively tackle insecurity, and this could terribly dent his second-term bid.
Regarding the national threat, the threat is still there. It's still there. It has not been completely eliminated, but it has been degraded to a level. Now we say the level of movement of people doing elections, moving here and there, investment following back.
The president says once elected, high on his agenda will be the security of the country. At a time, a large part of Somalia is controlled by the 6 AMISOM contributing countries of Uganda, Djibouti, Kenya, Sierra Leone, Burundi and Ethiopia. So, is the president really in charge if he has a limited grip of the country's security?
Yes, there is a room to improve yet, and we need to make improvement. But the reality is, Somalia security forces and AMISOM, they jointly operate. There is no AMISOM alone operating anywhere. Wherever AMISOM is there, there are Somali security forces with them.
I then sought his assessment of the 10 years of the African Union mission in Somalia, or AMISOM.
Nobody was dreaming 10 years ago that what's there today in Somalia would be there. And one reason why Shabab has succeeded here in Somalia is because there was a large territory in Somalia which is ungoverned for a long time. That's ending now. Every single inch of Somalia today, there is someone responsible, elected by that local community, not appointed by government.
The president's tone is that of hope that someday Somalia will be able to get fully back on its feet and enjoy the benefits of being a sovereign state. But that can only come through baby steps, like what he says are taking shape here in Somalia. Sheila Nduhukire, NTV, at the Presidential Palace in Mogadishu.